I'll be gone. I won't cry. Welcome. Welcome.
So this is what it'll say. And then we'll put the name, and then I'll insert the video as well.
Fran Floramo, please report to the front. Fran Floramo, please report to the front.
Yeah, I smoked it forever. Becky and I speak out.
I'm abusing my microphone. It's over there. Well, there's some in the hall.
Oh wait. I don't want highlighted, but they just look at me. Yeah, I think so. No, you're not.
Always, that's his ritual.
Yeah, she wants it. Are you on there? I know, so sorry. I was so excited. But do you feel good about that? Okay. Good.
I'm gonna grab this pen right here.
I'm here. I am here.
Yeah, we already have the whole. You know, he's doing a separate video for marketing. Okay, yeah, I have a piece of paper for us to write those things down. So I'll probably just do that right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that, but I'm gonna write it quick. So. Oh, never mind.
into a couple of furniture companies, but all through their factories. So
Okay.
they don't even know where their supplies are coming from.
So cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
My sister works at ASOS.
Oh, okay.
I'm like right in the middle of your world, so I know exactly what you do.
Yeah, it's cool. But no, the brands are all fun. I work with. And it's fun. I don't have to work for myself. Just travel. Tech is cool.
No, I love the tech space.
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
No, I definitely.
It's this is just so unique. Like there's no one else.
Yeah, but I truly understand your world,
Yeah.
which is funny. And 5 years ago, never was like,
No.
oh, materials.
Yeah,
what
you're
am I
like
doing?"
what? Yeah.
But we're to like 2017.
So you're doing like tech packs basically, but
What was that?
you're doing like tech packs technically, right? But for furniture.
So just for the furniture space,
Yeah.
we'll get like intervention. So I'm Kate, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I haven't met.
I love her. How are you? Nice to meet you. But I work for a 3D technical 3D visualization.
That's
company.
sweet. And you
So,
do business development?
yes. So my team goes after like some of the bigger things that I wanted to go after. But basically I work with furniture companies that could ever use like augmented reality or lifestyle imagery, be able to configure the product at a 360 resolution, be able to switch the materials,
So we use like materials exchange for like a Pantone app where like I can go, all of our products from each of my suppliers are digital. And so then you'll sit with a brand and they'll open up
How amazing interface.
like a shoe. So if we can replace material live and spin the shoe and do all that.
Yep. That's
Same
exactly
thing,
what
like in
we
a
can
white
do.
box with light and all of it, so you can adjust the Pantone color live and you're in the tech and it's like ridiculous.
Oh my god, we're speaking the same exact
But it's
language
totally
because
not
no one
that.
ever knows what the hell I'm talking about, but I know exactly what.
No, so like this is what just happened in the car, right? So this is like the first step of an insole for a shoe, which we just landed, right? And so these are all the measurements and all the dimensions and whatever. And then what it'll get put on is something like this. So now we'll take that and he'll say, hey Courtney, here's our
So just like that.
say, hey Courtney,
Just
here's
like
our
that.
tech pack. Let me know
Yeah.
it's right here if this is gonna work or not. And it's, you know, like 4 colors and he can insert it and move it all around. He can change out the textile with like different mesh, corduroy, canvas.
I gotta show you this and you'll be glad with this.
Sure I will. It is, it's like so addicting.
Sales and marketing. And I was in the graphic design program too. So my sister's company, they're looking at me and she gave us some of them. So we're like, yeah, we'll create these for you guys. So we did, and the model just came out on Monday. It looks so sick.
I know, mine's doing the same. It's like the coolest.
Mine's out I think it's Vegas. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. It's good to be back. I haven't been back in a little while. Well, I'm just here for 2 Plymouth friends' weddings the other weekend. Yeah. They were just featured on the alumni page. I didn't even know we had an alumni. Yeah. Eight Beautiful. I think it was it Taylor? Oh, we had the best. I talked to my Classic.
That's what it is.
You can get this. Oh, there you go. So we'll take this, and then they'll have all your pennies.
That was owned by one of our very own Pattern study of Raffle.
I can switch out the lace, switch out the eyelid, switch out the suede, Gore-Tex, whatever, outsole, and then I can spin it around.
Just styling
It's
it.
ridiculous. That's like what we'll do at like Mini and Bell.
Don't be shy, just spill in the open.
That's so neat. I just met a new friend, like one of my customers, his wife works for Sealy mattresses.
Okay.
And they do, they all have partners and entities, so they have a couch line and they have exoskeleton. So now they started buying on leather for the couches. It's some like one of the Amazon, right? Yeah.
No, like that world is.
Have you been into tech all this since you
I was in alcohol and I was tech is the thing for sure.
I sold pharma, some tech, and now my own, and I'll choose on my own. I don't like being at the beck and call of anyone else. So my grandfather sold shoe leather for like 67 years. Yeah, and I got laid off from one of my pharma companies, and I was just in a like 6-month contract with the company.
Hey, thanks for all your
And it was coming to an end.
I really
My grandfather
appreciate
was
it.
turning 90.
Well, not anytime.
For a Timberlands manufacturing.
That's what mine is. But I still want to, because I've got the wall on one
And I brought
body.
lunch over and they're like, why don't you come to
Great.
Aphids? And I was like, no. I don't want anything to do with it. No, you need to come and see if you like it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Asia for free, of course. So I went, I was in China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam. It was insane. And so like day 3 of a 2-week trip, I decided to go to like everything. So now I started out with just full grain leathers and just like classic, and then now I've added like 5 projects.
I'm
Good evening, everyone. Please just keep on filing in. We will be beginning in about 10 minutes. Is it on now? Is it on now? There we go. Yeah, I know.
Good evening again, everyone. We are going to be getting underway very shortly. Please go ahead and make your way to your seats. Good evening, everyone. We're going to be getting underway very shortly, so please make your way to your seats.
I'm right here. nobody at the table. They're looking at us like, oh my. I'm always invited. Hi, Kate. Nice to meet you. Frank. Buzz. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Frank.
Nice to meet you. No, my nickname is Buzz. When I went here, I was Buzz.
Why were you Buzz?
That's the nickname.
Like,
Doesn't
as
mean
in-
anything. My mom gave it to me.
As in Buzz Lightyear?
Well, probably Buzz Lightyear is after Buzz Aldrin, so that's how old I am. But yeah.
Hey, okay.
There they are again.
Let's
Woo!
go.
Let's go Panthers.
Looking great.
Hey, how are you? Good.
Very nice. So, class of 86.
Yeah, it was a few years ago.
Me too.
Yeah, 2017 was like yesterday, and yet it's a few years now.
I know, right? So, what do you do these days? How
So-
was your Thanksgiving?
It was really good. It was nice. Kids all came home. My
How many
kids are
kids do you
adults.
have?
I have a 33-year-old and a 28 and 25, 26.
So your kids are the same age as my sister and I.
So
How are you?
it's fun. They drink with us.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
COVID was a gift because we did nothing
Where
but
you went
drink.
last year?
Yeah, it was a great time.
And we have a family
Carrying it on,
next
and
weekend.
after
My
it gets
sister's
about
getting
to file a
married,
patent
so
for it.
Nice.
So
first kid in the
I'll be
family,
able to
so
actually
it's
put this in practice. And
crazy. I
put
think my parents are just like, so I'm like, you were
Yeah, I met you at the,
Oh no, they're definitely.
it was the alumni board meeting.
No, it's
Yeah.
COVID was a blast. They all came home. Their friends all came home because we
I
have
remember you came in and,
in a backyard.
Around the
So they would all just
high
come and
yeah,
sleep
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
basement. I'm like, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Awesome. Where are you guys from?
In Greenwich, Stamford area, Connecticut.
Okay.
And you?
I'm from Hoover, Mass. So
Okay.
hopefully there's a
Yeah, no.
good amount of
Yep. So still there, but
new
working
ideas here. I'd like to see some more
That
products
is
come
fun.
up.
What do you do?
I'm a business development manager for
I like the tech side of
company?
things, so
Chaos.
see what can come up with tech ideas.
Right.
building 3D visualization for different sectors like
when is your patent
entertainment,
going to be?
interior design, architecture, I'm on the retail.
That's
All
cool.
I have left to do is write
I work for
the
ABS,
abstract and the
portfolio
claim,
management
so
and private clients.
probably maybe
like it?
December.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it 35
Oh,
years.
The
that
hardest
was a
part was
hesitation.
No. It's 35 years. What is the
Okay, if
hesitation?
you had to
whole
rewind
summer.
and
Like
completely
cold
start
calling places
and
and
had
trying
to
to
fix
figure it
something,
out,
what
but
I would have done this.
glad I waited.
but that's
because,
a different category. That's
So the other,
you gotta do something else.
so the
I
other
didn't
part
know
of
that,
me is,
so I did the paperwork myself. And then I told them, and they're like, yeah, we can do this,
Okay, that's fun.
Like, I've already done
That
that.
is very, very
Oh,
so
really? Give me a
while I was
discount.
here,
I got
I was
75%
performing
off.
down in Silver.
It
I
was
ran the
really
theater.
cool.
I was an English writer.
How did
Yeah.
you offers that you're for the ones that are
So I have an ear bum ear, and I just
But I've had
I was
people
up for a
from
full scholarship.
from the Asian market trying to get a hold
I
of it
decided
already.
not to risk it.
Those people are ruthless. They
I
go after you.
was a creative writing major, and then found out I could
Yeah,
learn
wait.
business stuff.
I don't know why they're so like gung ho, but
New York City Wall Street.
Because of the money.
And then I've been there ever since. I worked at UBS. And I love it.
I'm
But
hoping
it's
to,
interesting path for people to figure out. But, we all get where we get on whatever path we're supposed to be on.
Are we,
I think
what
so.
kind of, are the questions
like the
staged?
opportunities you can create yourself
You just ask any?
yeah, if you have a question, just go for it.
It is, you don't expect it. I just had went to stay with my friend, my roommate,
I don't have
who lives in Cape. So we stayed up on top of the mountain and came down
That
here.
must have been beautiful.
Oh,
Was
it's
it
spectacular.
any foliage still or
No, it's not.
it's starting to go?
Ours is all gone.
It's always prettier. I can't believe it was snow up here.
Exactly. Good, how are you? Hi, nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was the least expecting.
Fun.
Yeah, this will be awesome. It's weird to be on business.
Of these events because I'm so involved
insight,
last
right.
year with the fact
Yeah,
that
that
Are these all on already?
where they have this
Yes. It is
Yeah,
already.
no, it's fun.
Bonnie, is there any
So we
questions
started
like,
this
off
with
the
Bonnie
table?
when it was just three of us. And it was fun.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Good for you. Hey, Panther. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey,
So, do we have pins?
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing one too, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Give that one that way.
Here you go.
So there's a lot of pitches.
Thank you. There's 10.
Any fun plans for the holidays?
See exactly 2015.
I don't know. The kids just all come to our house.
Executive recruiter.
We all drink too much.
We do a lot of
Okay, what are we drinking? Beer, wine, cocktails?
So it's funny. So we all got into wine during COVID. We started at like 20
funny
and
enough,
worked our way progressively more expensive.
Have you guys made wine?
We haven't done that.
You bought the kit? No, that's fine. I made beer, but I haven't
Got
made
into
wine.
wine during COVID. I love that.
So drink a lot of wine. We were testing. We start off like different areas. Like I know kind of what I like.
executive search into my specific.
Then we started really getting aggressive. And then when it got over $100 a bottle, I'm like, all right, it's done.
That's it.
We're like, you know, all right.
I got into wine working in Asia.
Do after you.
That's like all I work in Asia. I work in Asia, yeah. And every time I go, like last time they imported this insane wine from some fruit trees in Shanghai that make like 60 bottles a year. And I wasn't even drinking. I was like, I'm not drinking. I'm gonna try to not drink for a year. Just why not? Hadn't drank in 5 months. Got to Asia. They were so excited to show me they had a case of this like special wine.
You had to drink it.
Oh, I had to. It's cultural. I was
It would have been
unwell.
culturally offensive
You were
if you did it.
I was unwell. I was back on Langdon at 9 p.m. like mentally. I wasn't alright.
There
They
are
got
some
me so
other
drunk.
secondary.
But we got the deal, so that was cool.
That's very cool. What do you do in Asia?
Something in the southeast.
I own my own business. I sell footwear and handbag components. So I have 5 suppliers in
And
Asia.
that's pretty
I have 3
manufacturing.
tanneries, and then a textile supplier,
It's not like printing t-shirts.
and then I call on all the brands in America, so designers, developers, supply chain, and basically try to be like the community base to the brands. And not as an agent, like we're
Work with them,
one-on-one.
right? Yeah.
So it's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're on the innards.
Yeah, it's cool. It's weird.
But I'm happy because it. I
Can't hear you.
Wait, should we start? Or should
Are
we
you on?
11 to 15 to produce. I can tell
Try it again.
Okay, we'll wait for a couple more people to file in.
Nope.
Nope.
Make sure it's turned
Good
on.
evening, everyone. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for everyone to settle in and find their seats, and then we'll be getting underway.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Do it.
No, you're not on.
There you go.
Let's try this again. Hi, everyone. My name is Katerina Sviridakis, and I'm the president of Enactus, and I'm so pleased to welcome all of you to the 8th annual Panther Pitch. It looks like we have a great crowd today, and I hope you're all ready to hear the amazing pitches that have been prepared today. I'd like to start off by recognizing and thanking Professor Bonnie Bayshard, her event planning and marketing class, and Enactus for getting this event up and running. If we could give them a big round of applause. We also have many sponsors that we would like to recognize and give a heartfelt thanks to for providing us with over $7,000 in prize money. Another big round of applause for them. So up here standing next to me, I'd like to introduce Devonte Gilmore, who is the president of the student body. He is going to be emceeing our event tonight, so let's also give him a warm welcome.
All right, and so as Katerina shared, I am Devonte Gilmore, the student body president for this academic year, and I am so happy to be joining all of you this evening. I would like to start by welcoming Bonnie Bayshard for the introduction of the presentation of the Hall of Fame Award.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Devo, for that introduction. I would now like to invite President Donald Burks and Associate.
Bonnie, into the mic.
Oops. Oh, I thought this was supposed to work. No? Okay. Let's start that again. I'd like to invite President Donald Burks and Associate Provost Lourdes Avilas to join me on the stage to assist with the presentation of this year's Hall of Fame Award. On behalf of Plymouth State University and the School of Business, it is my honor to announce this year's recipient of the Alumni Hall of Fame Award. This award celebrates business and entrepreneurial excellence and recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions to our students, the university, and the greater community. Please join us in congratulating Frank Buzzmore, class of 1986, Senior VP of Wealth Management at UBS Financial Services.
Do we have open mic?
Just give you a look at this. Let's see if I can pull it out. Pretty neat looking. Can you see through it? Too hard? Okay. Anyway, congratulations.
Well, it's just an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be recognized by Plymouth State. This is a place very near and dear to my heart, and I love the incredible intellectual curiosity that is going on at this program and Panther Pitch, and I'm just really proud to be representative of what goes on at the school, because they gave everything to me, and what we can give back to you is equally as important. So thank you guys very much.
As you probably noticed, we have a framed portrait of Buzz to the left of the stage, and this will be placed in our Alumni Hall of Fame. And we're not quite sure yet where it will be, Buzz, because as you all know, we are undergoing a big renovation to Hyde Hall, so we will be sure to find a special spot for it. Congratulations. Is everyone ready for tonight's competition? Are you sure? Okay, all right. First off, congratulations, 2023 Panther Pitch finalists. Round of applause, everyone. And now I'm going to do the more formal part of the program, which is just to review the rules of the competition for both the finalists and the judges. Each finalist has a 2-minute pitch time, followed by a 3-minute Q&A from the judges. The pitch idea must be your original work. You may display a prototype on this easel or a poster on the easel, some sample perhaps. Electronic slides are not permitted. Winners must agree to use prize winnings for their proposed idea. Prize money will be distributed equally among individuals if you're pitching as part of a team. All required paperwork must be completed and signed to receive prize money. I would really like to ask a favor of all of tonight's finalists. If you still have paperwork that needs to be returned, would you please stop at the registration table after you've completed your pitch? The judging criteria are as follows. The idea is innovative and creative. It solves an important business, social, environmental, or on-campus need. It is clearly explained, target customers or end users are identified. The idea can be sustainable or profitable, and the quality of your pitch. This year's scorekeepers are Laura Doyle and Francesca Floramo. They are two of our outstanding MBA students, and please help me thank them for their diligent work. What you may not know is that the finalists were chosen by 14 screening judges, and so both Laura and Francesca were responsible for tallying up all those scores and arriving at this year's finalists. So I would now like to invite Devontae and Katerina to introduce this year's final judges.
Right, is on? Perfect. All right, so we will be emceeing from over here for the remainder of the evening, just to keep the stage clear for our people who will be pitching. So I will start with the introduction of the judges, starting from left to right from my view, so right to left for those of you facing this way. Peter Bauer, co-founder and CEO of Mimecast.
Alrighty, then we have Elizabeth Brochu, who is with the Youth Services Director of Katy.
Then we have Sean Brown, Chief Operating Officer of The Common Man.
We have Lauren Brousseau, who's the Director of Development at Catholic Charities in New Hampshire.
Then we have Ryan Chadwick, founder of Fathom Brands.
We've got Kyle Dimmick, who is actually the winner of the 2020 second Panther Pitch.
Then we have Caitlin McCann, team lead of Enterprise Sales Development at Chaos.
We have Frank Buzzmore, who is the Senior Vice President of Wealth Management at USB.
And we have Courtney Nato, International Sales Manager at T. Chang Leather Co.
Then there's Anthony Oglesby, who's the founder of All Out Fitness.
And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Logan Sullivan, who is principal of Savage Partners, LLC. Awesome, so now we will prepare for the competition to begin. Each pitch will be 2 minutes long. Your time will begin when you begin to speak, and then it will be the end will be signified by the ringing of the bell over here. Then it will be followed by a 3-minute Q&A with the judges, which will begin at the first question and will also be signified by the bell once again. And then your time pitching will be complete. I will be one of the moderators for the Q&A this evening, so I'm looking forward to you guys asking some great questions.
Judges, would you please record a few comments for each pitch, because we are not going to allow any ties this evening, and if we need to deliberate to break the tie, having some comments recorded would be helpful. Thank you.
All right, and without anything else to say, we hope that everyone has a great time, and we're ready to welcome some of the pitches up here.
All right, so our first pitch this evening, who we'll be welcoming to the stage, is Brian Sullivan, and he will be pitching a backpack exoskeleton.
This year, I spent 7 months backpacking through 15 countries in Europe. In every single country, city, and hostel I went to, city backpackers like me had the exact same complaint. My backpack is too heavy, too heavy. If it's so heavy, why not use wheels like a suitcase? Well, if you can't bring it down a flight of stairs, you can't bring it across a continent. It doesn't work. Okay, how about a backpack with built-in wheels? Well, sounds good, but the internal frame makes it uncomfortable to wear and difficult to balance on the wheels. It doesn't work. So what does work? Well, what if the solution isn't internal? What if it's external, detachable, universal? Like an exoskeleton for backpacks. That was my idea. My first thought when I thought of it was a dolly, because dollies are used for everything. You see them in offices, you see them in construction zones, they're everywhere, but there's none made for backpackers. Why not? And that got me thinking. There's room for innovation. It can be made for a backpacker with the certain steps. So you take a regular dolly and the rigid spine and you break it into four different, you break it into a back that kaleidoscopes downward and a base that folds into a single plane. This is a 1-to-1 scale model you're looking at right now. So that means that this is the actual size, which is comfortably over 3 feet and fold to just under the size of a laptop. This is a real problem people have, and I felt the pain, and I know a lot of people who felt the pain. And I know with this product, it might seem just like a comfort, but people really want it. And I know when I'm walking to the train station in Sicily, I would love to be able to take something out of my bag, straighten my spine, and travel with backbone.
All right, thank you so much, Sully. Now we will begin the Q&A. So whenever you guys are ready, please just, all right, we'll start right there.
You said it's the size of a laptop. How heavy does it weigh?
So that's a very good question. We could get the weight under 2 pounds, and here's how. We make the back and the base out of 7 series aluminum. We make this support out of a hollow stainless steel, and we make the wheel bearings out of titanium alloy. And that's going to keep it sturdy, but you need to get that weight low, because the main problem people have with this, when I told them when I was traveling, is, okay, I love it, how much does it weigh? And we could get it for under 2 pounds easily. What else?
So 2 pounds is a lot when you're checking a bag. How much is this going to cost?
How much does it cost to produce?
To produce.
Yeah, okay. So last semester I studied abroad at Oxford Brookes University in England, and I focused on international supply chain economics, so I ate, slept, and breathed international supply chains. The thing about this product is that telescoping handles are already created, these types of bases are already created, wheels are already created, stainless steel poles are already created. So what we could do is we could cut them out of these different markets for different products and transplant them into this one. And the fact that these are already being manufactured is what's really allowing this product to be created. If we had to produce our own handle, that would be the biggest input cost, and it would make it impossible. But the fact that a lot of these are already being produced for different reasons, it's really exciting. So we could produce this product in quantities of 500 for under $20 is the actual answer for that. And the main part is this, the base, the pole, and the wheels. All under $20 in quantities of 500. Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Peter
Yeah.
Bauer?
Yeah, it looks like a fantastically helpful thing. What do you think people would be willing to pay for it?
That's a good question. So, I asked myself what I would pay for it when I have to wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm in Sicily and there's 2 miles to the train. How much would I be willing to pay to grab something out of my bag, throw my backpack on it, and wheel it behind me? How much would I pay for that comfort? A lot. It really is. Yeah, for real. It really is a luxury good. I think a lot of backpackers would be willing to pay luxury prices. And even if you look at the current cultures of backpacking, like, things could get really expensive. Like, a bag could be $300, boots could be $250. So the typical price range for backpacking is higher than some other sports, or higher than some people might expect.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to make it more accessible to everyone instead of just having it such a luxurious price?
Okay, so that's a very good question. Because not everybody's, I would love to answer that question, but okay, thank you very much.
All right, we are out of time. Thank you so much again to Sully for that great pitch, and thank you to our judges for those wonderful questions. I would like to start by just thanking our sponsors once again in this idle time. All of your contributions did not go unnoticed or that we're ungrateful for them. We are very grateful, as tonight would not be able to happen without all of you. So if you could all join me in a round of applause for our sponsors once again. And in just a few moments, the next Panther Pitch will take the stage. So for now, just sit tight, and we will be moving on to the next one momentarily. Yeah. All right. Perfect. And so it might still be a moment before they take the stage, but I will introduce our next finalist. Our finalist is Fahim Khalid, who came up with an EduHub ecosystem. So please join me momentarily and a welcome for Fahim. My apologies, everyone. I just received word that I did that a little too quickly, so we're going to slow that down, give our judges a little more time. But Fahim will be taking stage momentarily. And without further ado, Fahim. Just a reminder, the 2 minutes begins once he begins to speak.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to tell you about my problem. A program required me for a number of volunteer service hours in a local organization. After spending hours on the PSU website, I found not a single piece of information that could be of value to me. My name is Fahim Khalid, and tonight I am going to share my solution. What I want to create is a serve and learn website that will connect would-be volunteers to the service opportunities in this area. This website will provide information about each organization seeking volunteers, such as location, type of work needed, and the amount of hours. I envision my website would be linked to the PSU website homepage and could be found easily. You might be thinking how this website would be sustainable. Someone has to create and maintain it, and time is not free. What my thought is, the content on the website can be created and maintained by partnering with student life offices on campus, such as the community impact in our PSU school. The care and the maintenance of this website also becomes part of an independent study or a student assignment. I believe my website, Serve and Learn, is a great idea because it will allow students like me to engage in service opportunities and become a part of a social impact in our school. And I feel like the most beautiful part about this website is that it would be a nonprofit organization that could honestly, it could be with anyone who is willing to try and take a place in it, and it fits for everyone perfectly.
Thank you so much for your pitch, Fahim. We will now begin our 3 minutes for the Q&A. So any questions? Perfect, okay.
Hey, I think that was a great idea. I love it. I love the charity work. Would this be exclusive to Plymouth State activities, or would it be inclusive of the town's work as well?
It would be to the town's work as well, and also the PSU community. It's something that I thought would be great to have for everyone, not just the school students, for locals as well, for anyone.
Yep.
Awesome. Caitlin,
Have you
please.
started working on the website?
For this pitch, I had the original idea to create a website so I could present it to you guys. However, I was told I cannot bring a technology in to show you, so I did not do that. But yeah.
Awesome. Any more questions?
Is there a revenue stream, or do you count on donations to be able to make this site work?
To make this site work, to create it or to just maintain it?
To operate it.
To operate it, like I said, the website would be a nonprofit organization, but to operate it, it could be a part of like the PSU community impact, like the office. They could run it, or it would be a partnership between them, and it would just create like the best example I could give is if I have someone who's willing to work for me, they could, as a student, they could do it for me as through an internship for their hours or just volunteership, and then it just makes them gain experience, and then that's something they could use on their resume in the future.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Have you researched any opportunities for grants to start this website? Or the nonprofits sometimes need grants to sustain?
Like to create the website?
And sustain it, yes.
I honestly didn't think about that, because to create a website, I didn't think you would need grants, because most websites that you can create online, they're free. And when I was about to create this website, honestly, I could just start it from scratch and it would cost me zero money.
Have you talked with the school about integrating your website with the school so that they can commingle the two data points, right? And what that would cost and how you would do that, because obviously they keep theirs ring fenced a little bit.
Yeah, so I did talk to the community office, but it was not like a very good meeting, because they were also in a hurry and I had finals to go through. But they were very excited about it. They loved the idea, and we just really never got to talk through it like thoroughly, but I think they were interested.
All right, thank you again for being in. At this time, all the judges are calculating. I would like to welcome my co-MC for the night, Brian Sullivan.
Most people just call me Sully. I'm back, and so we have a little bit of idle time between the next pitch, so we are going to have a club announcement. Rolando? Can we borrow this?
Howdy. So my club actually, so we're hosting this. Thank you. So my club BSU and MAP, so we're hosting this big dodgeball tournament. We've got over 25 teams. There's probably going to be over 400 people. So it's at the courts. There's going to be a lot of food, music, games to play, and also we're going to give some PSU merch. So you buy raffle tickets and get a lot of cool merch for free. Everyone likes PSU merch, so I think this is a great event for everyone to go to watch, and just have a good time.
How many teams signed up?
25.
Oh,
So like with teams total, there's going to be 125 people.
Wow.
And then we're expecting probably like 400 people to attend to spectate. So it'll be very massive.
What's the cash prize?
$500. So each member is going to get $100 each. Yeah, it's big money, good times. So I really encourage all PSU students to attend.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice, thank you. That's pretty good. Half a grand cash prize for a dodgeball tournament. Sweet. Okay. We good? We good? Okay.
Score table in the corner.
I think we got like $5 to the hub for lunch. 500.
Exactly.
That's how you get them to show up, right?
It's got to be something.
All right, so for our next finalist, we are now ready to go. We have Thomas Madden presenting Sustainable Housing. So as Thomas gets ready, everyone, let's settle down. Let's pay attention to what he has to say.
Thank you.
And of course, the timer starts when you do. So take your time. Happy pitching.
Thank you. Oh.
Can you go up top with it? Can you go up top? There we go.
Sorry about that.
You're gonna have tape.
Okay. So my idea is sustainable and affordable housing that came to me while working off the grid on farms while traveling in California and the Caribbean. And the idea is basically to merge. Oh, you can't hear me. Sorry. So my idea is basically to merge the ancient technology of building your home partially into the earth and to use the natural heat of the earth to reduce your costs as well as to increase your comfort. And so this idea, as I said, came to me working on farms where I was exposed to a lot of different technologies like solar panels, rainwater collection, passive heating, gray water recycling, and geothermal energy. All of these can come together to make a home that is not only a better option for the consumer, but also better for the planet. And by hitting the 3 C's of cost, comfort, and climate, what my proposal is ultimately a solution to the affordable housing crisis as well as a solution to the increase in fossil fuel expenditures. So the need for my housing design is very apparent, especially in New Hampshire with 23,500 units needed within this year. There are extreme housing shortages around the country. If anybody has tried to look for a house, you can find that the pricing is just simply almost extortionate. And so what my plan is to do is to take the Panther Pitch funds and to move into a next stage of prototyping and investment where I would meet with different people like architects, engineers, also venture capitalists, like my uncle. I've been working with him. And what this would ultimately allow us to do is to either form a consortium of different companies that would all provide the separate pieces needed, or more of a catalog design like the Sears catalog homes, in which we would be using a catalog to sell to people every single individual piece that they would need to build their home. And ultimately, I believe that this is a solution to multiple issues. But yeah, any questions?
Thank you so much. And once again, the 3-minute Q&A will begin with our judge's first question and will be signified by the at the end by the bell. Any questions?
What do you think it would cost to build a model prototype of this?
So a model prototype, I would say that would take around $5,000 in total, which I would be willing, and that would just be basic. You would be missing most of the really complicated technology like solar panels, but it would just be a proof of concept. Maybe do it in New Hampshire to prove that in the winter it would stay warm.
Would you mind using the mic?
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
How many square feet would your prototype be?
So the idea is really that you'd be able to design different styles. The one I have on the poster is like a circular design. It wouldn't really be too large, but there are examples out there that are like mansions that are like multiple thousands. But then the alternative would be much smaller. You could have communities built like in developments and have agriculture integrated, and that would make it a lot easier to just connect all of the different technologies that we'd be using.
So there'd be one person to share all the water, is that what you're saying? So
So it would be
washing?
no, not necessarily that. It'd be just that it would be like a community, like you'd build multiple of these homes and then have a centralized water filtration, centralized
Just
water
one.
collection.
Right.
Yeah, you could do that, or also do it independently if you have your own land. You can build your own.
Awesome. Next question, Courtney.
Yep.
Would your target market be the developers or individuals?
So that would be something I would address in the next phase, but it would actually probably be both. I mean, if I could do a deal with a developer to work with them and do a large project, that would be awesome. But most likely we would be targeting people who need affordable housing and people who are interested in low impact housing, which I think is a pretty major group now.
Awesome.
This is definitely something that could help homeless and our veterans who need these type of services. Have you considered working with charities around the Boston, San Francisco area to kind of get that up and running too?
That actually was a really good idea. I looked into it and I heard that it was very difficult with permitting. I think that's probably the biggest issue, is that often you need a large plot of land to do a single family home, which is what this would qualify as. But that is absolutely, I mean, the homelessness crisis is massive. So if I could address that, I would be more than happy to. And I should look into that for sure.
Next question, please. Anyone else?
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And if you'll just be sure to stop by the scorekeeping table.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have around 90 seconds. We are going to do we're going to do a quick raffle of 2 different $25 Hannaford's gift cards. So Hannaford's was gracious enough to give us these gift cards. And 2 of us are going to be able to walk away right now with a meal from a free little piece of paper. So you want to do the first one?
Yeah. All right. Ticket number 81802222. Again, it's
come up and get your prize.
Yep. Come on up and claim your prize.
Second winner, pay attention, 818-0220. No way, really? Hey, nice.
All right, let's get a round of applause for our winners.
Hey, nice. Yeah. Sweet.
Do you keep playing on that? Keep playing.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that bell, we know that the judges are finished scoring, so we could move on to our next finalist. Our next finalist is Emma Hodgkins, pitching a gym app. All right, happy pitching, and the timer starts when you do.
Have you ever been to the gym and it was too busy for you to even work out? That happens to students at PSU every day. My name is Emma, and my idea is for an app for our on-campus gym. This idea came to me because I went to use the gym and I felt really intimidated by the number of people in there. It led me to not go back, and I'm sure it's done the same for other people. Students also complain that the gym gets so busy that the lines for the machines are way too long and no one wants to wait. My app would have 3 main features. The first would be a scale of busyness, the second would be a calendar, and the third would be a place for the rec staff to post videos. The scale of busyness would give students an approximation of how busy it was at the time in the gym, and that would help a lot of people. The calendar would tell you when events were going on. We have Women's Power Hour every week, and the rec staff is always teaching classes. And the videos would be for the rec staff to post about how to use the machines, or maybe they even videotape their classes and post those so students could do them in the comfort of their own spaces. This app is easily attainable because there's already softwares out there and brands that create these apps, and I've already talked to some of them. The features are also really attainable because people already check in when they go to the gym, and the rec staff already does these classes that they could just record. This app will benefit us students in so many ways. It'll open up the gym to more people, and when it does that, it gets more people moving, which is good for you, and it's proven to make your grades better. This would solve the feeling of people being overwhelmed in the gym, and it could even solve the problem of waiting for those machines. To make the gym easier accessible, it will improve not only the gym, but our campus as a whole. Thanks.
Thank you, Emma. Perfect, there we go. Thank you so much, Emma. We will now move on to the Q&A, which is 3 minutes, at the end of it, signified by the bell ringing. And also just a reminder to all of our finalists to please stop by the scorekeeping table down in the corner on your way off the stage. First question, please.
Yeah. You mentioned you spoke with some of these companies. Who did you speak with, and what did they think?
I spoke with Mind Body, and I talked to her, and I was like, oh, I don't even know if I'm a finalist yet when I spoke to her, and she was like, oh, well, we would love to work with you. She sent me an email on everything that they offer on their apps, and she was very interested in helping us out and doing what we needed, because it's very different than a regular gym where they want to track the money they make and all sorts of things like that, where we don't really need that. We just need the features.
Perfect.
Would you
Next
consider
question.
another portion of the app where you can rent the space?
Yeah, I think so, because people like to use this. We have a big yoga spin room, and people like to use those for all sorts of things. So that would definitely be something that I would consider.
Thank you. Now, Kyle.
Would this be an independent app, or would it be worked into existing websites?
I think it would be an independent app, so that students who are using the gym could go, and it's kind of harder to do a website rather than if you were gonna just pull up an app on your phone.
Logan?
Yeah, I just had one. Similar to the other websites, how do you plan on generating revenue for this?
I feel like we don't necessarily need to generate revenue with the app because it would just be something that was helpful to the students. And then there's already the rec staff that could kind of sustain the app if it needed it. So it doesn't necessarily need to we don't need to get revenue from the app itself.
Courtney?
So how are you going to pay the staff that's managing it?
The rec staff already get paid.
Just
right,
do more.
but
Yeah.
she just want them to.
Yeah.
No,
I don't. Yeah, I mean maybe, but I guess there's.
They're not busy.
They probably are busy, so I guess that there would have to be a way for it to make money, but it's just something that.
Awesome. Any questions, Peter?
Yeah, I love the idea, just to avoid the frustration of showing up at the gym and it's unusable.
Yeah.
Is there any way now digitally that app could know how busy the gym is? Is that recorded somewhere? Do people badge in or?
Yeah, so every time you use the gym, you have to check in with your student ID. So if everyone checked in, and they could just kind of track how many people were in there, and then you kind of have a guesstimate of how long people are there for, an hour or two, and then kind of wean it down once it's been like that.
And Ryan?
Could you sell ad space?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would you have to ask universities and colleges to partner with you, since you have to track how many kids come in and out of the students?
Yeah, so we would definitely have to ask the university and partner with the university to do this.
All right, thank you.
Fantastic job. And all of our finalists, always remember to stop by the judges table right after you finish. All right, are we doing the teddy bear talk? Okay, so for the quick 90-second little idle time between the next pitch, we have we're going to be talking about teddy bear toss, and I will be talking about it.
And if we could please just try to keep attention up here during the idle time, we have some announcements that we will be making throughout.
Can I get a show of hands real quick? I'm just curious. Who here knows what teddy bear toss is? Okay, so like half? Okay. So teddy bear toss is a teddy bear fundraiser for the Children's Hospital of Dartmouth, ran by MAPS, which is the marketing association of Plymouth State. MAPS is also the club that runs Chuck-a-Puck and Rail Jam and all those other events. So what Teddy Bear Toss does is it allows all of us to get teddy bears and bring them to the hockey game on December 8th. And then, when Plymouth State scores its first goals, we could take the teddy bears and throw them right out on the ice. And then it's a really legendary moment. It feels great. And what we do with those teddy bears after, we take them and we bring them straight to the Children's Hospital. And those go straight into the arms of children. So if you're not doing anything on December 8th at 6 p.m., come to Teddy Bear Toss at the Savage Ice Arena. And there will be a second Teddy Bear Toss at the women's game on December 9th, also at 6 p.m. So either of those days, if you're available, definitely come. It's a really, really heartwarming experience. So, yeah. And we'll let our judges finish up.
And as our judges finish, then we will welcome our next finalist to the stage. We're looking forward to seeing what the rest of the night holds.
Yeah.
All right, and to our finalists who have already presented, if you have not filled out the Panther Pitch terms and conditions yet, please come over to this table to the side and fill out this document. All right. We will now welcome our next finalist, Katerina Sodiadakis, with a rental Christmas tree.
We're going to find out.
So hi again. Can everyone believe that it's basically Christmas? It's that time of year when parents, family, and friends decide to go pick out that object that really sets your home up for Christmas, a tree. But once the initial trip is over and the excitement wears off, has anyone ever noticed that in order to maintain your tree for at least 2 weeks, it takes a lot of work? If you don't make sure to keep recutting into the stump to water it, the tree starts to turn brown and lose its needles, as well as that cheerful vibe from when it was first brought home. And who wants a sad little dying tree displayed in their home? Trees are dying, and when they have served their purpose, they are tossed into a giant landfill before being burned and filling the atmosphere with harmful carbon emissions. So why not treat your Christmas tree with the love and care everyone and everything deserves during the holidays? I propose that the Douglas firs and the Fraser firs and many others be planted in pots where families could pick out a tree that they are able to take home for Christmas before returning to the tree farm until the next year. Families would then be able to pick up the same tree that following year if they would like to, and watch it flourish until it gets planted into the ground for good. Right now, people are paying around $80 to $100 for a Christmas tree that has a one-time use, and they aren't really sellable until they reach at least 6 feet in height. That takes 15 years. However, with this idea, it would be possible to start renting the tree when it is at either 2 or 3 feet of height, making families feel as though they have a tree of their very own that they look forward to seeing every year on Christmas. Renting a healthy, lively tree is less messy, more environmentally friendly, and overall a more personalized and heartwarming experience. Thank you.
Katerina, we will now have our Q&A again. The end will be signified by the ringing of the bell, and the time will begin at the start of the first question. Caitlin, please.
How much does it cost to rent the tree?
I would think that for the initial startup, if we're starting with the smaller trees, which is what I was planning, we would try and minimize our costs by seeing if Christmas tree farms would be willing to donate a few of their smaller trees and possibly maybe get like a smaller price or like a lower price for them since they're not ready. So I believe that the starting price for a small Christmas tree would match like what the cut down ones would be. So around like $40 for a 2 to 3 foot tree, and then as they hit that 6 to 7 foot height, around the $80 to $100 prices.
Awesome. Courtney, please.
Do you have to pay every year, or do you buy your tree up front and grow with it, like you said?
So you would pay to rent the tree every year. However, if you do plan to reserve it, I feel like there could be like a little package deal that you could do where you could lower the price since you're getting the same tree every year. And then at the end, you could choose to keep the tree and plant it somewhere that you would like, or let the company take care of where they're going to plant it.
Any questions down there before Kyle?
I love the idea. It's very, very interesting. One of my favorite challenges when getting a Christmas tree every year is how do I move it around? How much does this weigh? How much space does it take up? And how do people get it to their homes? Is it delivered? Do they pick it up themselves?
So the initial pickup would be kind of like the same experience. The family would go and pick out the tree and then take it home with them. I'm guessing the sizing wouldn't be very different. The only difference would be just like the pot that it would be in. So maybe the dirt might be a little bit heavier than what would usually happen with a Christmas tree that you would cut down. The system would be that there would be set dates where people could return the tree. So if they wanted to keep it for 2 weeks, then we would have like a pickup system essentially, where there would be a few people who would go and do like a big trip and kind of pick up the trees at the specific timing. So if they want to keep it for 2 weeks, they can keep it for 2. And then I think I was going to keep it to 2 dates for the initial and do a 2-week or a 4-week maintaining of the tree.
You should consider partnering with the first pitch of the night, who are the exoskeletons, or something to move it around.
Yeah.
All right, now Kyle, please.
Oh, sorry.
So the roots of a tree are about the same size as the top. So if you're digging it up every year, you're going to have to cut those roots back every year. How are you going to prevent the tree from dying when you damage the roots?
So I wasn't planning on having it in the ground at all. I was going to keep it in the pots for the long term.
How will you prevent the roots from getting bound up?
If I'm being completely honest, I didn't really think that deeply about that one. I was thinking that the pot would be like large enough. It would kind of like mimic a tree skirt, sort of. And so the roots would be able to kind of like flow out that way. I definitely think there could probably be a system. Sorry. Thank you.
And please remember to stop by the scorekeeper's table down in the corner. Thank you so much, Katerina. All right, so for the next part of tonight, we will be doing the raffle for GH Pizza, family-owned pizza place on Main Street in Lincoln. And we will start by drawing those. Sully first this time.
Great. Pemmy, you don't have opposable thumbs, do you? No? Okay. Oh. Yeah, come on, come on.
Come on up, Pemmy.
Try it.
Let's get a round of applause for Pemmy the Panther.
Try it. Just one. Ooh. Nope. All right, that's a couple. Oh, you almost got it. Oh, you're good at that. Okay. Sweet. All right, I have around 5 here. I'm going to pick the 2 that are actually in my hand. All right, perfect. 2. Here you go. Take one. Perfect.
All right. You first.
Sully first. 818. Did they all start with 818?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. 818-0294. Oh,
awesome.
Hey, look at that. Sweet. Here you go. I'll trade you. Congratulations.
Alrighty. And for our second one, we have 818-0198.
Oh. Ooh,
awesome.
Nice.
Come on up to claim your prize. And here you are. Thank you so much.
Yeah, GH Pizza. It's family owned. It's right on Main Street, and it is a fantastic place to get dinner. So, congratulations.
I'm jealous because I wanted that one, but I guess we'll have to see what one I get later tonight.
Yeah. What, do you want to do the wave? Yeah, we'd love to ask you.
Thank you.
You want to do a wave?
You want it? It's up to you.
Thanks.
And I think I might hear some talks of Pemi starting a wave.
Pemi.
Uh-oh.
Pemi, do it. Let's see it.
All right. Pemi's going to be starting a wave, so get with the program.
You got this, Pemi.
Here, on three. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, it's looking pretty weak over here. What's going on?
Got a little weak down there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Try that again. Try that again. We need
All
more
right.
energy from over here.
On 3.
You got this?
Everybody ready?
All right.
3,
2.
2. Oh, you got to send it back from this side this time. 3, 2, 1.
That was more successful than I thought it would be. Look at that.
There we go.
You need to get more in there, Ryan. Let's go.
All right.
Jackson.
We're surprised you're awake.
All right, sweet. So that is our next contestant. Oh, that is lost.
I really appreciate it. That'd be awesome.
No, you can have it. For
All right. So
Appreciate the offer.
let's all draw our attention to our next finalists, Ranja Dallin and Vanessa Nass. They are presenting a girls' support program. Take your time getting on stage. And of course, timer starts when you do. Happy pitching.
Thank you.
90% of the circuit program girls have experienced major trauma before the age of 9-year-old. A 9-year-old girl entered the circuit program, committing to it for 8 years, building deep familial bonds and creating lasting positive impacts. However, the program ends when she graduates high school, entering adult life with few emotional, social, and financial resources, dreaming of a college degree that seems out of reach.
Our idea, Bridging Dreams, is a support program empowering disadvantaged New Hampshire girls with a clear pathway to higher education. This innovative and creative idea involves a partnership with the Circle program, a nonprofit organization helping socially and economically disadvantaged New Hampshire girls from the ages 9 to 18. Through a series of engaging events and mentorship opportunities displayed in our prototype, we aim to create a lasting connection between these girls and the PSU community.
As first-generation college students, the majority of the circuit program girls have never set a foot on a college campus. Several meetings with our circuit program partners helped us identify the critical need for bridging the gap between these girls and higher education. We see the importance of supporting these young women beyond the circuit program. Even though there already are a supporting system on campus, our idea will help empower them to make the jump to higher education.
The goal with Bridging Dreams is to give these girls the right resources, reducing their fears and anxiety around college life, and eventually pursue their university degrees. Even though we can't compare ourselves to these girls, we've both been in a similar situation. Coming to the US from a foreign country without any familiarity with American education. We can't imagine how these girls
Thank you both so much for that presentation. We will now move into the 3 minutes Q&A, again signified by the first question, starting the time, and ending with the bell. And please remember to stop at the scorekeeping table once the questions are complete. First question, please.
How would you implement that here on campus? What's your vision of that?
So we have already been in contact with the circuit program, and we have a Women's Leadership Summit that you can see on the paper that already works for the women in need. So we would just collaborate with them and keep it going.
So we've talked to the Women's Leadership Summit, and they've made a financial commitment to our program as well. Yeah.
Next question, please. Peter.
Do you foresee an opportunity where the university would, I don't want to say guarantee enrollment, but would give them a pathway, grooming these girls from middle school, high school, and into Plymouth State? So Plymouth State basically reaches down to these schools and attracts these women at a much younger age and brings them up and carries them forward.
Yeah, that's our vision to, through these different events, take them into school so they get more personal experience. These girls have already been to a camp together, so they know each other from before, and coming together help them in. They probably don't even know about the financial aid that like the federal government like already have, and like the scholarships that we have. So we'd be like a full program.
So we'll be there to kind of support them get into that transition to get into college. And also the Women's Leadership Summit have certain scholarships for these disadvantaged girls.
Great.
You said that you're involved with the Circle program right now, or you're going to be. How else are you going to get the word out to these young women?
So I think it would be just a great start to start small with this organization that they already have, and then spread the word out there and show that it's working. Marketing.
And yeah, if there's anyone like other organizations in need, we could see that also work with our program. Yeah.
And Peter, please.
Great. Well, cool idea. How many young people do you think you could help each year, and how would that scale up, do you think?
So there is 80 girls every summer, but if we could help one person, that would be incredible. So we have visions for it, but we don't know where it ends.
Yeah, and if they pursue university right after they're done with this program, that's great, and that would be the optimal thing to happen. But if they choose to do that later in their lives, that's also very great, and they know that now they have those resources, they have those things that can help them get into college.
Any more questions?
Is there an associated cost?
So we have the low cost of like the events and maybe transportation for the girls, but the Women's Leadership Program have already committed to financial support for a program.
Right. Thank you so much. All right, and Katarina will be speaking about the clothing closet. She'll be stealing this mic from our wonderful Judge Logan, who is so generous to share his mic all night. And here we go, Katarina.
Hi, everybody. I just want to talk about and mention that Enactus is still doing our business clothing closet. So if there are any other business events that are coming up, feel free to get in touch with either an Enactus club member or Professor Bonnie Bayshard or even any of the business professors in Hyde, and they'll be able to direct you to our little business clothing closet.
What is the business clothing closet, Katarina?
It is some donated clothes that are in multiple different sizes right now. I think we're still running on a little bit of a limited inventory, but we're doing our best to make it more inclusive so that anybody on campus, usually students who don't have access to a car or some way to get business clothes for an event that they really need it, can reach out and rent some clothing.
And what are some examples of the type of clothes you can get here?
So we've got blazers, we've got a few button-ups, and we've even got a few pairs of pants that people are able to borrow.
Awesome. And where in Hyde is it located?
We don't have a specific spot yet. That's why I listed a few people that you could get in contact with. We're currently trying to get a space, but we haven't gotten any feedback yet for a specific
location.
Permanent location.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Katarina.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, we'll be welcoming back Bonnie Bayshard as well with a quick announcement.
All right.
A very honest student just turned in some money that was lost out in the lobby at one of the round tables. So I'd appreciate it if you'd check your pockets, and if you have lost some cash, let me know.
That very honest student is Noah Staples, so let's get a round of applause for him. We will now
Old guys do.
we will now introduce our next finalist. So if everybody could reconvene.
Oh, my friends and I put the Venmo game.
Yeah.
It's easy.
All right, please join me in a round of applause for our next finalist, Ryan Edison. He will be presenting on an emotional intelligence and social communication skills Gen Ed course. And if, for those of you who don't know, our Gen Ed courses are now HOME, our Habits of Mind experience.
Did you know that 93% of communication is nonverbal? And 89% of employers believe communication skills are essential for success? My name is Ryan Edison, and my big idea for the Panther Pitch is to introduce a general education course called Emotional Intelligence and Social Communication Skills. Now, this course is going to teach students to understand nonverbal communication, actively listen, read the room, have empathy towards others, have self-awareness, overcome social anxiety, and overall effectively communicate. Now, this course is going to focus on 3 basic ideas that all humans value. We all want to be seen, we all want to be heard, and we all want to feel valued. The biggest thing that this course is going to solve is, in today's technology-based world, face-to-face social interactions are fading, and social anxiety is on the rise. People feel uncomfortable in social situations, and because of that, they're unable to effectively communicate. This course would solve all of these problems. This idea is original because currently no course at PSU offers ideas like this. This idea would be profitable for PSU because it would be listed as a 4-credit general education course. My final message to students interested in this course is this. All great communicators have charisma, but you don't need charisma to become a great communicator. Being a great communicator gives you charisma. Charisma can inspire the change you need to create a beautiful life. So be brave, speak up for yourself, enroll in this course, and create the beautiful life you deserve. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Ryan. We will now move over to our 3-minute Q&A, beginning with the first question. Down there.
Yes.
You said that this was a 4-credit class,
Uh-huh.
so it's a full semester long.
Yes.
Do you have a curriculum idea for every single upper, how many weeks is a semester?
15 to 16.
15 to 16.
Do you have a curriculum idea?
I have.
And who's going to teach it?
So it's funny you ask. Right off the top of my head is Michael Kilfoyle. He's my sales management. I know people in here love that. He's my sales management professor, and he is just a fantastic guy, super personable, really makes you feel heard, really makes you feel valued, which touches upon the 3 basic ideas that I want this to focus on. But obviously, I think the course would cover, what I mentioned in the teach students section of it. So the nonverbal communication, the reading the room, actively listening, all those kind of tendencies that people have that are likable and that have charisma. Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Any questions down here? Logan.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think anyone leaving college should have a very strong understanding of emotional intelligence and communication skills.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm shocked that it's not already a class here.
I know,
at
that's
Plymouth
how
State.
I felt.
And I thought it was a part of the sales program, but I guess it's not.
So funny enough, that's actually what gave me the idea to
Okay.
create this course, because I'm a marketing major and I'm doing the professional sales minor, and this course is all ideas and some other things that I came up with, but all these ideas come from the sales courses and the business courses. But if you don't go down that path, you never receive that information. And regardless of your career path, you're always going to have to deal with people. So I think that the life skills you would learn in this course are honestly invaluable. Does that answer your question? Thank you. Thank you.
Bouncing back down there, any questions?
Anyone
Would
else?
there be another round to this class? Would it be like emotional intelligence 1, emotional intelligence 2, or just the first? This is
I
the
think
only
that that's
class?
honestly a fantastic idea because this topic can go so deep that to cover everything, you may need a second course. And ideally, this course would be maybe intimidating for people who are more introverted and aren't apt to this. So ideally, the first course, if that's the way we went, would be an overview to get people comfortable with it, and then the second course could provide more deeper meaning and more detail. So that's actually a fantastic idea. Thank you.
I'm just doing your job for you.
10%.
It seems like an interdisciplinary class where you could combine communications, English, marketing with business, social skills, right?
Absolutely.
And you could bring them together, and it definitely could be a class that could be taught both in person, but also on the web. There's so many people in business that are doing this, so you could bring them here.
I couldn't agree more with you. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Ryan, please just remember to stop by the scorekeeping table down in the corner.
But
just remember to stop by the scorekeeping table in the corner on your way out. All right, we'll now be doing the barbershop raffle.
That is right. All right. So who here gets haircuts? I'm just kidding. So we have 3 free barbershop haircuts from Michael Joy's Barber Studio over in Laconia. It's a really fantastic barber, and he takes an hour, he throws an album on. It's a really, really chill vibe. So we were able to get him to donate some free haircuts, and this is like really cool. So he only does guys' hair, so we're gonna see like who we pull and how we're gonna work on that. But all right, you wanna pull the first one?
Alrighty, let's see. 818-0188.
No way.
All right,
Nice.
there we go.
Sweet. Here you go. Congratulations.
Perfect, big winner.
Next one is 818-0191.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I think it was. So.
All right, and our
Great job. This is actually really cool.
Our third winner is going to be 818-0224. Again, that number is 818-0224.
Oh, is that over here? There, yeah? Sweet.
Awesome. That worked perfect.
I know. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah.
No, that one's.
All
That's my
right.
corporate.
And also just a reminder to our finalists who have not filled out the paperwork
paid
yet,
for that 2
please
years
make
ago.
your way over here to fill out the form provided. You'll have to fill out that form in order to be eligible for the prize. So please make sure you get that done.
And for the people who just won those haircuts, he doesn't generally do free haircuts. So when you set up the appointment, make sure to include in the description that you got the card, that you won it, and make sure to bring it when you actually get it. If you don't bring the card for the haircut, you can't get it for free. And if you have any questions, come to me. I'll answer any questions you have. And yeah, sweet. All right. How are you doing? You good? Oh, sweet. Okay. My turn. Hold this.
It's nice to give back and get involved.
Okay. So is everyone ready for our next finalist?
10 years I've gotten bigger.
Yeah? Next finalist? All right. Let's all settle down and let's all get ready for our next finalist, third to last. There's only 3 more.
Kid I mentored for 2 years.
Skylar Hammis.
Yeah, it's fun.
Pitching free feeds. Pitch starts when you do. Happy pitching.
Our communities are disconnected. As an employee, I have noticed the why difference between local businesses and our clientele. Why should we purchase products that we can purchase for cheaper at larger corporations? Working on solving this mindset, I did some primary research and discovered that 85.7% of respondees to the survey are more likely to go to a business that invests back into the community. Not only that, our communities are hungry. As a child, I faced food insecurity. In my class, I was one of 4 out of 13 children part of a food bag program. According to the Global Report on Food Crises, we have the highest rates of food insecurity in the last 6 years, even accounting for population and disasters. No one deserves to go hungry. Free Feeds will be a nonprofit organization that connects communities with local businesses to anybody who is hungry. And through local businesses' sponsorships, we are then able to take their money and use it for the community garden to create free meals that are distributed in community centers. These free meals will be fresh, free of major allergens, and will be sustainably packaged. On the packaging, we shall have the sponsorship logos, which raise awareness on the local businesses, which will also have a QR code on the inside with the recipe, so that way they could say, I discovered this business. I went here after my spending power was increased. Through freely feeding our community, we increase our abundance, decrease food insecurity, and decrease lack of awareness of our local businesses. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much, Skylar. We will now have our 3-minute Q&A, beginning with the first question. There we go. Kate.
How do you plan to get businesses involved? What's the incentive?
Of course. So my target businesses include businesses that are interested in investing in our community. For example, banks, charities, restaurants you could potentially sponsor with meals, in-kind gifts. All of these businesses would be raising awareness for themselves. So in investing into your community, you are investing back to yourself, the circle of abundance. If you give back to others, they will give back to you, especially considering their spending power increase now that they don't have to worry about food.
Next question, please. Come on, someone's got to have one.
Is it like food stamps or?
It is not like food stamps. I so far have 3 recipes. These would all be fresh, hot recipes. And those recipes include macaroni, chicken, spice, and veggies, quinoa with rice and sweet potatoes, and then Mediterranean couscous with chickpeas, which is my favorite. So these would all be freshly created in the community center and then distributed.
I have a question.
Of course.
Restaurants, I could see this working in restaurants, but a lot of restaurants get product at cost, right? So then if you get sponsorships, they could potentially provide these meals at cost, not their markup margin they would provide to anyone else.
Absolutely.
So, because you can't grow macaroni in a garden.
No, and in that situation, we would not be adhering to those recipes. We'd be accepting whatever meals that they have left over, available, etc.
That the restaurants would have left over.
Exactly.
Okay. Smart.
And Logan?
Yeah, my question was, have you looked at potential land plots that you would do the gardening and the volunteer work?
I have indeed. I actually started work on this last February when I was a senior in high school, and I was looking at the Wolfboro Community Gardens. And I had also interviewed multiple nonprofits, other businesses. I worked with the Rotary Club to talk about some of this as well.
Great.
Awesome. Back down there.
Have you considered partnering with the New Hampshire Food Bank? It's already.
I have.
Have you?
I'm looking into that as well as like things like End 48 Hours of Hunger. This is something that can be replicated anywhere and should be connecting our communities.
Any additional? Courtney?
Have you considered just sending the ingredients in the recipe and letting the end user feel human by being able to create their own meal?
Yes, of course. As long as that's something that they're interested in, they would have to pick up the ingredients there, of course. But as long as they're comfortable with that, that shouldn't be an issue.
Awesome. Any last questions?
Have you been able to see any other organizations that follow this? And just to tell you, there's an organization in New Hampshire called Kearsarge Food Hub in Bradford, New Hampshire, that it's actually developed something quite similar to this, and it works really, really well. So I don't know if you've had a look at anything.
I have never heard of anything like that. It's wonderful to hear that there are things like that out there, and I'll definitely research it. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you all.
And Skylar, please remember to stop by the scoring table down in the corner. All right. Now we will be doing another raffle.
We have infinite raffles.
This one is for the Aroma Joes. So I have my fingers crossed. So should all of you.
Yeah. All right. 2 Aroma Joes. I think everyone here knows Aroma Joes. We don't need to give a breakdown. You want to pick the two? Do it.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, there is more. Oh, of course. Do a second one.
It's kind of like a chain, though. It's like a New Hampshire franchise.
Ladies first.
All right. Our first winner is 818-0268. Awesome.
Hey, nice.
Congratulations. Come on up. I know you guys can clap better than that.
Congratulations. All right, and the second one is 818-0217. Oh yeah, nice.
Awesome.
That is two MAPS members who won that back to back. So congratulations. What is that?
Thank you.
Yeah. Why didn't? Yeah. So both of those bags are worth $50. You have a $25. Yeah, $50. $25 gift card plus cups plus other merchandise. So yeah, you're walking away with a $50 Room with Joe's bag. And how are we doing?
All right. Just waiting on a few more results to come in. And that is not our final raffle for the night. We will have another raffle. So
how many more
get excited for that.
we got?
And we only have 2 more contestants.
2 more contestants. Wow.
Bridging the Dreams, which was yes, thank you very much. They don't have a complete understanding of how they put other than a little tiny one. But it's the kind of program I'm surprised that like Plymouth doesn't have already reaching down. I don't think they do.
That was too good though.
It's hard, reaching. The last
True.
do
we Raffle off the bell?
No, different spelling.
Pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Nice
All
to
right.
meet you.
Awesome. So if everybody could be focused back up here, we will be welcoming our next finalist, second to
Hour and
last.
40. Not as bad as yours.
All right, everybody, we're going to be welcoming our next finalist. Awesome. So our next finalist is Elliot Nezin, and he will be presenting a safety bracelet.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Elliot Nezin, and within weeks of arriving here at Plymouth State University, I noticed that anytime I was walking around late at night and I saw a girl walking, they were always on the phone, almost every single time. And I know that seems like a weird thing to focus and fixate on, but I kept wondering why this was the case. I asked some of my friends if they had noticed the same thing, and they had. So I started asking women why they did this, and the answer was that they felt unsafe while walking alone on campus at night. So they stayed on the phone with a friend in case anything happened. PSU has implemented the use of the blue phone lights to increase the safety of our students, but it's becoming more and more apparent that these are not as effective as they need to be because they're too spread apart, and if something happens, you're not. Depending on where you are, you may not be able to reach one soon enough in a real emergency. Now that you understand the problem I plan to solve, let's get into the solution. I've designed an app for Plymouth State students that has potential to drastically improve campus safety. The app will have the ability to turn into a widget on the lock screen of a phone. When a student is in danger, they can press and hold the button on the lock screen, which will send a notification with their location to the closest police station so they can send help your way. The app will continue to ping your location as you move until help arrives. If you need help but don't want to get police involved, there's also a button that only notifies the emergency contacts in your phone. This is a safer approach for getting help in a bad situation than dialing a number, waiting for an answer, and having a verbal conversation with police or emergency contacts because it's discreet, fast, and shows your exact location, while the blue light phones provide none of these features. They do, however, have their value as a last resort if your cell phone dies.
We will now begin the next 3-minute Q&A with the first question. Uh-oh, our judges are getting a bit quiet.
Have you designed this app already? Do you have background in that, or was that something you'd have to hire someone to do?
I have no background in any of that, but I have used websites where you design apps. It's not anything that's usable yet, but I have a general design of it.
Awesome. Kyle, please.
What would the finances of this look like? Like, what would it cost? How would it be maintainable funding-wise? That type of thing.
So to fully develop this app, it would cost at least $50,000, but with the features that I would like to use, it's most likely going to cost over $200,000. That depends on the design and the platform that I choose to use. $200,000 investment is not insignificant, but it does seem quite small when you see that there are over 6,000 colleges in the United States. And, I'm sorry, that was not right. And if we are able to sell to just 10% of the colleges in the U.S. for $10,000 a year, which is what it costs for the blue light phones, by the way, our annual gross revenue would be $6 million for just 10% of the colleges.
Have you talked to any law enforcement organizations to get feedback from them?
I have not.
I would think that might be a good place to start to see how they feel about getting pinged on a
Yeah, it definitely would be a good next step.
Any further questions? Caitlin?
I graduated in 2017, so not too long ago, but just walking around from leaving a friend off campus or just coming from the library, it was definitely intimidating walking on campus by yourself sometimes. So as a female alumni, I think this is a great idea, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
And Elliot, please just remember to stop by the scorekeeper's table down in the corner. Alrighty, so we also just have a quick announcement regarding some activities going on in the town this weekend. We will be having the Hometown Holiday Parade on this Saturday on Main Street. This begins at 5 p.m., so please be down there lining the streets. We'll have a float with PSU students as well as some alumni that will be joining us, so that will be a really great activity. Make sure you stop by. We also have the holiday concert on Saturday at 2 p.m. So for those of you who want to see our vocal groups here on campus, you can go to the Silver Center. Tickets are still on sale, and again, that is Saturday at 2 p.m. I think we have another raffle that we're going to be doing in just a moment, so get ready for that.
We have another raffle that we are doing right now. So we have two raffles. We have one for Dunks, one's for Dick's Sporting Goods. Both of them have a value of $25. They were generously donated to us, and Pemi has requested to pull from the bucket.
Awesome.
Pick two.
Here we go, Pemi.
Well, let's see it. Was that one? Ooh, that is one.
All right. And which one we're going to do? Duncan? Alrighty, so the winner of the Duncan gift card is 8180200. Awesome.
Nice.
Oh.
You need it.
Oh.
We need to verify.
Yep.
You would have been turned down.
Perfect. Here you go. Congratulations.
All right. The next one, 8180246. Anyone? Yeah?
Awesome.
What? Oh, yeah, we'll verify.
No.
Yeah. You got it? All right, congrats. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. And if you guys also, I don't know, if you guys want to switch, up to you. Same cash value. Great. And then for our other raffles that are still underway, we're not done yet. We have a couple cool gifts from Res Life, but the main gift cards we are raffling off tonight are 4 separate.
Two of our will be going. 2 of the cards will be going.
But we have 4 separate gift cards of $50 to the Common Man that we will be doing right after our final pitch. So we have just one more pitch. We have just one more pitch, ladies and gentlemen. They ready? Yeah. Okay. So who is ready for our final pitch of the night? You're ready? Nice. Perfect. Okay. Reed Abbott is pitching. Reed Abbott is pitching health vending machines. So, timer starts when you do. Happy pitching.
Hello. My name is Reed Abbott, and my product is called WellCare Express. To your health, your way. What do you know about condoms and tampons? Well, probably not as much as you thought. Did you know that 94% of all college students are sexually active? And 1 out of every 4 college student will get a sexually transmitted infection? There's also about 26% of students that will have a parent before they, or will become a parent before they graduate. So look around. One of you might be a parent. That's scary. A female will also spend around $9,000 worth of tampons in their lifetime. Why can't this be for free? Unfortunately, some of these numbers will never go away. There will always be sexually active college kids making bad decisions. But only if there was a way to diminish the numbers of STIs and pregnancies amongst college kids. Introducing WellCare Express. My vision behind this is to implement vending machines that are able to house and dispense health and hygiene products such as condoms and tampons. Imagine a compact, wall-mounted machine where products can be dispensed discreetly and easily, containing multiple products of various brands and sizes in all dorms in the hub. My primary goal is to enhance the overall health and wellness of our students by providing easy access and discreet access to essential items. By placing vending machines stocked with condoms and tampons in high-trafficked areas, I aim to eliminate barriers and promote responsible and informed choices where we're taking a proactive step towards fostering a campus environment that prioritizes the holistic well-being of our students. Tying this into the health services aspect of our campus, we can eliminate all upfront costs of this for the students. I believe that this initiative aligns with our commitment to creating an inclusive, supportive, and health-conscious community at Plymouth State. I look forward to your support in the making of this vision a reality.
All right, we will now begin our final Q&A, starting with the first questions from the judges.
Who's got my first question?
There we go, Logan.
I got one. Explain again how would this be free for the students?
So it would be tied in with the health services. So they offer condoms for free at the health service desk, but it's not always open. So it's open from 8 to maybe 4 every day, Monday through Friday. But as we know, those activities usually happen at night. So we need to have access to this all the time. Amen.
And next question, please.
Yes.
Caitlin?
How do you plan on getting more funding for this? Because obviously if it's certain activities are happening later, not just during the day.
100%. And I think there's enough money within the health services aspect, and maybe it'll come out a little more from the tuition, but I think we have enough money here, and it's really not going to cost all that much to implement this as well. So I think we can get some funds together. I know that's not an exact answer for that, but I don't think we need too much money to implement this. Does that answer your question?
Well, what about the technology, though? What if it's
Technology
not in
is
school,
super basic. Doesn't need any electrical. It's pretty much like a, have you seen like a laundromat vending machine where it gets you your detergent? It's gonna be exactly like that. You can see your product, you can grab it. It's just, you literally just spin it and it drops out, grab it, and you're on your way. So super easy, doesn't take up much space. It's in every dorm and you can grab it when you need it.
And Ryan?
I think I've seen these in the 80s at truck stops.
Yes.
And
Well,
movie,
we should
and
bring them
movie
back.
theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any other questions from the judges before time is up?
So, do you have, so tampons and condoms are like two totally different worlds, right?
They are, yes.
So what else do you envision going in this?
So I wanted to start with just the two products to keep it super mainstream and simple. But there's also other things that are essential that could go in them. I don't want to get into the details, but you could have anything that you might want for that kind of activity in that. And people will be able to access it whenever, and it'll be super discreet. People are not going to judge you when you go in and get the item.
I was thinking maybe small Bibles as well.
I think we have a spot for that.
All right. Any other questions from our judges? Well, we still have a little bit of time. Logan?
Yeah, one more. I'm just thinking about, you know, that dude at Hong Kong that might have a couple too many scorpion bowls and comes home. What's to stop him from just eliminating the whole dispenser just to be funny?
Yeah, so I haven't really thought too much about that, and I don't know what he would really be getting up to at that rate, but there's no great explanation for that.
Thank you so much.
For that question. Thank you.
All right, and so now we're going to have some of our final raffles. These raffles include the 4 $50 Common Man gift cards, as well as the 2 Res Life gift bags that do include 2 $10.
Sunscreen in there.
Oh, we have
Sunscreen
4?
would be a good one.
3. There's 2 right there, and there's 2 right there.
Putting free sunscreen in.
All right, a little bit of confusion about what we're raffling here at the end, but we're going to get it together and report back out.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah.
So.
So they're over there collecting it now. And they're that is true.
What last year?
I never thought of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we just have a couple minutes of idle time before we figure out who the winners are, but we need to make sure everyone stays because you guys get to vote on who gets People's Choice Awards. And the person with People's Choice Awards could walk out of here with $50,000. So it's very important. We also have all of these prizes to raffle off. And before we do that, we're going to talk about last year's Panther Pitch #1 winner. Last year's Panther Pitch #1 winner is Kyle Dimmick. And he's one of our judges here today, if you want to stand up. And since a year ago today, Kyle's idea has come a very long way. He pitched an adaptable nail trimmer with people with dexterity issues who have trouble trimming their nails. And it's a product that doesn't exist that really needs to. And he came in prepared with a prototype, with the drive, with the ambition, and he wowed literally everybody in the room. Not only did he get first place, he also got People's Choice Awards. And now, since then, in this last 12 months, Kyle has gone from just a basic prototype to securing and getting ready to file a patent. By the end of this year, Kyle will be ready to submit a provisional patent application along with his lawyers. He already has the final art. He's already done the patent search. He's waiting on a couple more things, and then he's literally able to submit a patent for this product that he pitched here 1 year ago. So that's what Panther Pitch does. So congratulations, really great job. You really set the example.
Thank you.
All right, and now next, let's start with the raffles. Res Life bags first.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. Pemmy?
Which ones? Okay.
Do you want to go on over what's in the bags?
Yeah, so what am I seeing in here? We're seeing a frisbee, some tumbler cups, the Common Man gift cards, a hat, some monogram pens from our Res Life team. Pretty good stuff in here.
There you go.
All right.
No, that's okay. I want you to win.
No.
So
don't
our
let anyone
first
grab.
winner is 818-0208.
That was very close. So 7-1.
My dad is everything hockey,
And I
Bruins,
think that
and
might be
BC,
me.
and then Sons of Traffic. I'm like, let's just
I think so.
whatever the hell you want.
Nope.
Nice. My
Nope.
kids say to me, Dad,
Again, that one is
you don't have to buy it, 'cause just buy whatever the hell you want.
818-0208.
Sorry.
No winner?
No winner?
5 seconds. Anyone want to double check? Anyone want to hear it again?
818-0208.
5,
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. No? Okay.
Pulling again. Okay. 818-0248.
0248. Who's got it?
All right, pick again. No, we just gotta get motivated. All right, 818-0276.
Hey, nice.
This one?
1 out of 3.
Perfect. Oh, you're good. Oh, thank
Got
you.
it? Yeah, sure. All right, let's see if I'm lucky. 818-0277.
818-0277.
Yeah? Yeah?
Come on up and claim your prize.
Got it?
Alrighty, and one more.
Yeah. Perfect. Good job.
Last one.
I think we're connected,
Alrighty, and the last one, 818-0269.
Nice.
No winner?
No winner?
All right. 818-0289. Is that one me? No. There we go.
Oh, really? Nice. Sweet.
Congratulations. You're very welcome.
All right. So now we just have the.
Right.
Yeah. And 4. $50. Okay. Sweet. All right. Now we have the biggest prizes of the night. We have 4 separate Common Man gift cards worth a total of $50 each. That means that you get a full meal paid for, maybe even 2. And these were generously donated by one of our judges here, Sean Brown, who is COO of Common Man. And we really can't thank you enough for being able to do this and go out of your way like that, because everyone loves Common Man. All right, let's see who wins. Give me one.
I don't know which one's mine. No, these aren't.
Who has the bin?
Right there.
Oh. 818, why do we even need to say this? All right, 818-0207. Really, none? 818-0207.
Alrighty. 818-0244. There we go.
Can you pick mine?
No.
Yep. Perfect. Congratulations.
You got it? Oh, yeah. Which one do you want? It's up to you. Nice. Congratulations, man. Me? 818-0186. 8. We got one? No? I'll say it again. Last 4 digits, 0186.
All right. 818-0199. 0199.
Keep going. All right. Everybody better know their numbers by now.
818-0239. 39. 818-0281. 81.
You got it? Congratulations. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. All right. 2 more. Who we got?
We have 818-0218. 0218.
Oh, yeah? Over there?
Awesome. Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, nice. Here we go.
We have the
Enjoy.
final one.
Final raffle of the night here. $50 common man. Let's see it.
818-0250.
Hey!
There
Nice.
we go.
Yeah, definitely. Here you go. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you once again to the Common Man for donating those and all of our fantastic sponsors tonight.
Yes. Let's get another round of applause for our sponsors, for Enactus, for Bonnie Bayshard, and the event and marketing team for putting all of this together. Let's also get a round of applause for our wonderful judges who volunteered their time to be here. All right, and those results should be coming in momentarily, so let's just sit tight.
No, it doesn't, especially trying to, somebody will steal from you. Right, that's huge.
Kyle, congratulations.
No, they're
Appreciate
not.
it.
They need to be, though.
It's been a crazy year.
Exciting stuff.
I'm really looking forward to what's to come.
So you're gonna take on the world now?
Yeah, good try to.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna send it and see how far I can get.
Do you graduate this year?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks, appreciate it.
So is the plan to just launch the company yourself, or do you want to get into business too?
Not anymore.
I've been doing everything solo so far. So
Yeah, the
I'm
real
gonna try to
business.
keep going this way, and I will need to do a partnership to get funding for the launch. But yeah, I'm kind of eyeing a couple people, but I'm not really sure yet who to go with. But ideally, it'll be like kind of like a Shark Tank type deal where I get the funds for the launch, but I keep throwing the share, that type of thing.
Well, best of luck. It sounds like you have a good game plan going.
Thanks, appreciate it. Hopefully you'll see it on the shelves in 5
What was
years.
that?
Hopefully you'll see it in the store in a couple years.
I hope I see her in a year.
I have it projected for 2. So if I can do it in 2 years, I'll be happy.
You'll do it. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
You're a Panther. You can do it.
I have a mic right
Right.
here.
Perfect. Well, you have to be careful. That was all of a sudden.
All right, and we'll now welcome Bonnie Bayshard for the final thank you of tonight while we await the results from our judges.
All right, so my first question is, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
And the most important thing, though, is really for me to recognize all of the students who worked so hard to put this together for you. So I would like all of the event planning and marketing students and the Enactus students to all stand up and be recognized. Does anyone know who this Pemmy Panther is? Shh, shh, shh. So it's pretty awesome, right, to know that an event like this is student-driven. And every year I pass off more of the responsibilities. So this year, for the first time, my email was not as cluttered as my students, right? Colette and others, we had quite a lot of people to communicate with, and therefore a lot of people to thank this evening. So, of course, we have all of our judges, our alumni who come back to support us, our sponsors, our donors. Just so you know, we have no budget for this event, right? So the fact that students can create such a large, successful event without a budget is only because of the support we get from you. So I just want to shout out a great big thank you to all of our supporters and a big round of applause, really. We can't do it without you. So like I was saying earlier, when we first started the Panther Pitch, we were smaller and we launched with only maybe 5 weeks to plan the event. So we used a lot of on-campus screening judges. Will, I see you in the audience. Do you remember those days? I do, yep. And then we had this interesting kind of coincidence when one year the winner of the pitch competition came from our Enactus team. Right? And then it was like, well, wait a minute, who were those judges, right? Was it all those people affiliated with Enactus, right? So we decided that we wanted to make sure there was never a perception that anything was a conflict of interest. So when we pick our finalists, we have 14 judges. That's a lot of people to stay in touch with and to match up against all of the applicants. And then after that, we have to set out to contact the finalists and put them in touch with a mentor. So I'd like to thank all of the mentors that helped work with the finalists this year. That was awesome. So many people come together to make this happen. My thank you was not supposed to be this long, but I'm standing between you and the results. So I'm going to do just what I saw Devonte and Sully doing this evening and do a little chit-chat in between time. So I want to introduce you to Nick Maluski. Please stand, Nick. And I want to ask John Shyman to stand. And these two guys had a big part to play in the start of our Enactus team, right, Nick? Do you remember those days?
It's come a long way.
We used to go into the Hub Tower room, and what did we do, Logan? We used to run around and collect all the students, right, to join our meetings?
Yep.
Do you remember?
Yeah, pretty much we talked to anyone with a pulse just to see if they were willing to join and hear us out for Enactus.
So we've come a long ways in trying to promote innovation and entrepreneurship, right? So Enactus we thought it was our first entrepreneurship club until Buzz told us that he actually started a club when he was here, Nick.
84.
So, I know, right? So I was just wondering, both Buzz and Nick, from your point of view, what were those experiences meaningful, having that opportunity to be part of a club that, allowed you to kind of build some entrepreneurial ventures?
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly didn't prepare anything for tonight, but it's come a long way. It really has. From just an idea to me, like I said, running around like a madman, just trying to recruit anyone to join. And it was just recruiting a group of friends who wanted to throw something on their resume and do something good for the community. And what it's really turned out to is amazing. It really has. Just the number of folks that have joined. Just looking at all the pitches tonight, it's awesome. It really, really is. I mean, everyone's got an idea for a product. Everyone's got an idea for a service. But how many actually put them to action? And that's what Enactus is all about. So I'm honored and glad to see how far this has come, and the experiences you get from Enactus are invaluable. The connections you make, the people you meet that I'm still in contact with constantly, it goes a long way. It's folks that you're going to run into in a business deal or what have you. So certainly keep up the great work, and I'm just proud to see how far this has come. So thank you. And thank you to Bonnie. She's a huge part of this still going.
Are you guys ready for the results? We are going to do third place first. And I'd like to invite up a couple of folks to assist. First, I'd like to ask Professor Denise Hutchins, our Director of Students, to come up, and also VP Joanne Landers. So the first award, actually, that we are going to present is the First Year Student Award.
So our First Year Student Award goes to Skylar Hams. I'm gonna make it official. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Do you want pictures? Are you guys doing some? Oh my god. There you go. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
The next award is third place overall.
Third place goes to Reed Abbott. Congratulations. Thank you. You're welcome.
And just a reminder that Skylar pitched the free feeds and Reed pitched the health vending machines.
All right, and our second place overall winner is
Second place goes to Ransha Dallin and Vanessa Noss.
And Ranjan pitched the girls support group. Ranjan and Vanessa.
the next award is the crowd favorite, our People's Choice Award, and the winner is
People's Choice Award goes to Ryan Edison. That was the Gen Ed class. Woo!
This is first place, right?
Last one.
Okay, so this award has some special meaning. Not only is it the first place award, but it has been named in honor of Professor Howard Frederick, who passed away a couple of years ago and was the champion for our entrepreneurship program. So I would like to ask past president of Enactus, Noah Fisk, current president of Enactus, Katarina, and founding president of Enactus, Nick Maluski, to come on up.
All right, so first place, we are welcoming back up Ryan Edison.
Congratulations. Am I in this?
Congratulations.
So I'd like to invite you to stay and network if you'd like. Please have a safe trip home and join us again next year for the 9th annual Panther Pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You again.
Also, it was too soon. The backpack probably was too soon, and he didn't really talk about like how it was connected. But I mean, it was like, but if it were later, he might have gotten better because he was more. His pitch was more organized than others.